Battlefield Podcast.
Hey guys, it's Tim, aka Darkness429 from the Battlefield Podcast, and you're tuned in for another episode of Battlefield 4 Lowdown. So guys, we've been literally inundated with a lot of Battlefield 4 Dragon's Teeth DLC news, so why don't we just jump right into that. So DICE has finally released the DLC key features for Dragon's Teeth, that is the map names, game modes, and weapons. We are going to see 4 new maps, all styled around urban combat. The 4 new map names are going to be Lupini Garden, Pearl Market, Propaganda, and Sunken Dragon. We're going to get 5 new weapons for the DLC. 2 of these are going to be the Unica 6 and the Desert Eagle, both very cool handguns. Desert Eagle is an iconic handgun in a lot of first-person shooters, and the Unica 6 is a very cool revolver. Kind of reminds me of the Rex from Battlefield 3, that same style of shooter. We're also going to get 2 additional gadgets, the Ballistic Shield, which a lot of people have been talking about, and the RAR, a controllable unmanned ground vehicle armed with machine guns and grenade launchers. Think of it as Wall-E, but on steroids. We're also going to be seeing a new game mode called Chain Link. Not a lot is known about this other than you have to link together capture points in order to win the battle. So you might have one team that's job is to link the capture points together, and the other team is trying to do the same thing but has to break the enemy's link and form their own. It'll be very interesting to see how this game mode develops. And finally, we'll be seeing 10 new assignments with unlocks for the DLC. Now, earlier on in the week, we saw a new Battlefield 4 premium trailer. This trailer showed off Dragon's Teeth and also Final Stand gameplay. The Dragon's Teeth video was really cool. It showed off somewhat of what the maps are going to look like. It showed the Ballistic Shield in play. It was really cool to see the support using it, and then also another guy using that as cover and shooting from behind it. We also saw some levolution from Dragon's Teeth. One of the levolution effects looks to be a water tower falling down. Not entirely sure as to how that's going to work, how it's going to affect the map. I don't think it'll be flooding anything like we have like in Flood Zone. It might affect the terrain a little bit, but if anything, it might just kill players that are directly underneath the water tower. We also saw a train in the city of Pyongyang, North Korea. This train seems to be a deadly force to reckon with. It actually runs into an M1 Abram and crushes it up against a pole and then keeps on going. So it seems like this train cannot be stopped. Not entirely sure how it's triggered or for how long it runs on the tracks. Maybe it's a one-time thing. Maybe it comes through every couple of minutes. Not entirely sure as to how that works. Now, like I mentioned earlier, the Final Stand gameplay was also in the premium trailer. If you guys think back and remember a couple episodes ago in Battlefield 4 Lowdown, we talked about some proposed map names for Final Stand, and those all seem to revolve around a winter theme, maybe even a hint towards a new version of 2142, maybe a 2143. And I think our thoughts on that were almost spot on. In the video, we can see snow maps, and some people are thinking that this resembles Battlefield 3 Armored Kills Albor's Mountain. But I can see that. It definitely has that same look. It definitely the mountainous terrain with snow. Controversial things in the trailer was at the end and showing off the multiple kill vehicle, or the MKV. Now this is it was designed by the military for missile defense, but it looks like it's more suited for anti-infantry in Battlefield 4. This kind of makes me think of the flying sentry turrets that could be used in 2142. That was a squad leader perk that could be used. Could this be hints towards an earlier version of those sentry turrets, or are we completely wrong about them hinting towards 2143? And those hinted map names like Walker Factory or Ice Base, could those all be wrong, and could this just be a way for them to work in more futuristic style weapons that are still in development by the military? So guys, why don't you let me know what you think about this down in the comment section below. We'd love to see your take on things like the MKV, the other game footage of Final Stand, and what you think of Dragon's Teeth so far from the premium trailer. Now, also going on right now is the community test environment, or the CTE. The community test environment is literally a way for you to test builds of Battlefield 4 that are still in development. Now, some of the things that are actually being worked on that might not see the light of day but are being worked on in the community test environment are things like improved server tick rate. Now, we do have word that the server tick rate has gone from 10 Hz to 30 Hz, which has led to smoother and more responsive network experience. There's also a higher frequency network update option, which allows you to customize your tick rate based on your own hardware specs. There's also the ability to customize ADS sensitivity, or ADS stands for aim down sights. This allows you to customize the sensitivity of individual optic zooms independently of the hip fire sensitivity. They've also reduced the screen shake from explosions and other environmental hazards. The chat delay has been fixed. Terrain exploits have also been worked on, and character collisions have been improved. Now, a lot of people have reported that the CTE has been running really well, a lot better than what is out for the public to play on, and a lot of people feel like the netcode has been improved on. This netcode has gotten better. A lot of people have reported that hit detection is a lot better. Their engagements feel more solid, like they're actually hitting the player that's in front of them and they're not just having missed shots. So why don't you guys let me know what you think of the CTE? Hopefully in the next day or two, we'll have the terms of service lifted and we'll be able to stream this and post videos about the CTE. So stay tuned for that. All right, guys. Well, that'll do it for this episode of Battlefield 4 Lowdown. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to hit the old like button. And if you're new to the channel and you like what you're seeing here, don't forget to hit the old subscribe button. If you'd like to follow us on Twitter, you can follow us at BF Podcast. And for all the other social media links for myself and Chalk One, you can head on over to www.battlefieldpodcast.com for all of those. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next episode.